Okay, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the LG XL5S, which along with the XL7S is a new range of speakers by LG. Really looking forward to these ones actually, because they're quite similar to the JBL range in a lot of ways. And lots of those speakers are very high up my list of recommendations. So I'm excited to see if LG can match or even surpass those. Obviously really hoping they can, because competition is always brilliant. So I'll go through the specs. This is the XL5, obviously. £400 at the moment from the LG website. That's the only place you can get it at the time of recording. Stated to have a 200 watt output, mic and guitar inputs. It has a 12-hour battery life while playing at presumably at 50%, and it takes 3.5 hours to charge to full, which is relatively standard. It's got one woofer, as you can see in the middle with the light circling it. That's a 6.5-inch woofer, so a decent size. And then two tweeters at 2.5-inch each at the top. You can see there's two up there. You might be able to see them if the camera focuses on them properly, like that. This is running with Bluetooth 5.1, as you would expect as a new speaker. So you're going to be getting the better connection and range. It's 11.2 kilos, so slightly heavier than some counterparts, which is, to be honest, a good thing for these type of things anyway, because weight always kind of translates to better sound. But yeah, still not bordering on too heavy to be able to take out and about. And this has an IPX4 water resistance rating, so yeah, perfect for taking outside, going out and about, and that battery life should get you most of the way through your day as well. If I play some music slowly just to show you the lights, this obviously is compatible with the LG XBOOM app, if I could focus on that. So you've got some quite standard things, shows you a picture of the speaker, battery, Bluetooth, volume. Then you can change the EQ between sound boost and standard. I'm going to be having it on sound boost for these videos. And then I've got woofer lighting, so you can choose visual rhythm, cheerful celebration, which is quite nice. These options are actually, as it kind of stands out being a newer speaker, these lighting options have got better. So yeah, really nice selection of these things here. You can also just choose your own style at the bottom and kind of have a play with that. And then you've got a party strobe as well to make it a bit more lively. Maybe a bit too much, depends on who you are. You've got wireless party links, so you can, pair speakers. You've got DJ mode, which will let you play funny drum sounds and stuff. I personally would never touch that. You've got some karaoke modes, power settings, so just a standard app really, but yeah, quite nice to be able to change all of this on the fly and obviously do software updates as and when they come. So yeah, the LG app I find is actually one of those which works really well. Lots of the apps for these things are just an absolute letdown, and especially well, I won't name any names, but the Soundcore one used to be awful, and it just kind of, it's like, why is it even there basically? Because it takes so long to connect to it that at that point you might as well have just changed whatever you were going to do on the speaker itself physically. So it's really nice that LG one's actually very competent and nice and quick. Obviously we're going to move on to sound test, and then afterwards I'll show you a little bit around the speaker, and I'll give you my verdict. So we're going to do the sound test with everything by Diamond Eyes at 80% volume.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare.
So I hope that gives you a good idea of where this speaker is at sound-wise. It's actually very impressive from where I'm sitting, obviously literally just behind the camera at the moment, and I can feel it. I can feel the bass throughout the whole room, and from that one woofer there, that's very impressive. Also very loud. It's got those two tweeters at the top, 2.5-inch tweeters, which are slightly bigger than some of the common competition. So yeah, they really are. They're producing some far traveling and some really clear sound there. LG have done a really good job on this. Obviously, the only way to know if it's actually surpassed its competitors is to do a comparison against the PartyBox 110 from JBL, which is obviously very similar to this, which I will be doing very soon, so look out for that. But yeah, otherwise it's a really well designed speaker. You've got XBOOM written in orangey red on the side, kind of copying the JBL style a little bit, I think. But you know, you've got this is where it starts to feel a bit cheaper, especially seeing as this is £400 here. This is quite cheap, and these buttons are, I don't know, just a little bit rubbery. Be nice to maybe have like a dial there, and then you've just got red, again, very scratchy plastic handle at the back there, not the most premium materials. And then at the back you've got a cubby hole type thing with mic and guitar inputs, choices for the mic, USB, and your power, obviously, just behind its waterproof panel there. So quite a standard design, but actually very surprisingly cheap feeling, which is kind of almost where it gets let down the most. I mean, JBL competitors and stuff like that, and especially Sony ones, are always they all use plastics, obviously, a lot of them, because it's the sound inside that counts. But this one just feels a little bit almost like the W King T11, which I've done a video on, which again has really great sound, especially for its price and size, but the buttons on top just feel really cheap and plasticky, and this is kind of bordering on that. So that's the only thing I would say maybe could have done with some work, like just some nicer, maybe some, you know, some dials on top for the stuff would have been much nicer. But the sound I'm really impressed with, and I look forward to the comparison. So let me know what you think, and watch that when it comes out.